Hello, my name is Jenna Bosiger, and you're watching Cryptic Cryptids. On this episode of my Salton Sea explorations, I'm titling it the Salton Sea Sandman because at the very end of the video, I found some prints. They're not, some of them right by the border of the water were big, and then the rest of them were pretty small, smaller than my foot. But there is such a thing as the Borrego Sandman. And so the Salton Sea Man, it looks like there might be one as well. There is a lot of water in the area. Not talking about the Salton Sea itself because it's too salty, but there is some fresh water available in this burning, baking, blistering hot desert. So the first part of the trip towards the Salton Sea was really beautiful. I like it, just natural, raw beauty. But moving on, I'm finding out that they are literally destroying the Salton Sea, what's left of it. They're building roads and bridges. They're cutting things down. It's just mass destruction everywhere. And I didn't even film it all because I was just looking at it in shock, all mad. And then I'm like, I need to be filming this. And so I started filming late. Now, right beyond these bushes, you can see that line of white. And right beyond that, they're building an entire road. And the destruction is everywhere. They won't stop. They're not stopping. The whole Salton Sea is ruined because of these things that they're doing. The farming is just out of control, completely out of control. And let me tell you, just because it's green doesn't mean it has anything to do with nature or wildlife or anything. So in other words, just because it's green doesn't mean it's not obscene. So, you can see trees for miles and miles, but this isn't natural. There's no wildlife that can survive in this kind. This is basically just farmland. I don't care if they're trees. It's not conducive to wildlife. It's not wild. It's not natural. And it's everywhere. So guess who it is that's destroying the Salton Sea? It's not just the farmers. It's the farmers. All of the pesticides are draining into the Salton Sea. It's poisonous. They're building roads. They're building bridges. They're building railroads. They're building houses. They're building, destroying. And I just want to know when it's going to end. Where is it going to stop? All right. So, I was already getting pretty upset towards the beginning of my trip to the Salton Sea because this is not what I wanted to see. But here we are at the North Shore. Now, my first destination was the Niland Mud Geyser, aka Mud Spring. Guess what I found at my Mud Geyser destination? Complete and total and utter destruction going on. Now, granted, it's the middle of summer, and so maybe the mud geyser has dried up, but look around. They're destroying it. It's Sunday, and so, they must be on a break because it's Sunday, but there's tractors, there's dirt being moved around, there's piles of metal that they're putting in. I don't know what they're doing, but they're building roads over the top of everything. And it pisses me off to no end. I also found it somewhat ironic that they would have this stupid sign that's about to fall over. And what does the sign say? It says, environmental area, do not enter, private roadway, Union Pacific Railroad. Okay, they're the ones destroying this area. So why an environmental area? Why does it even matter if I go there? They're just destroying it anyways. So moving along to my second destination, I'm very excited to come here. I came here, I tried to come to this place before. It's the new boiling mud pots. It's really cool. Now, I wasn't able to get to my destination the last time I went because I came from the other way and it's all blocked off by, whoever it is, just probably destroying that too. But so I went around, and as you can see by the map, you take this Q drain road to its end, and then you have to walk. And there's bird life everywhere. It's wildlife sanctuary. And there's no hunting allowed, so don't even think about it. There's absolutely no swimming because the water is probably toxic. I don't know. It's a bird sanctuary. You're not allowed to swim here. Who swims here? Nobody. So anyways, there were so many dragonflies, and I love dragonflies. I've kind of developed an interesting appreciation for bugs since living where I live. And I used to have a, just this, if I found a bug on me, I wouldn't even look at it. It would make me like shake it off. And now I really love bugs. I love dragonflies. There's a lot of bugs that I love. I don't love them all, but I love dragonflies. And that's why in my post, when I went to the Obsidian Butte, I thought it was really weird that there were all these dark things flying around me and getting really close, because like I said, I noticed bugs. Okay. I was excited by all the bugs I found on this trip. There were so many cool dragonflies. They were flying all around me, and I noticed them. I'm filming them. Bugs don't, I saw that one. Bugs don't go unnoticed by me. And that's why I thought that maybe those other large black things were bats, because I know how sneaky bats can be. Here I am trying to zoom in on a bug. So I get to the end of Q Drain, and it's completely, there's no path, no trail. It's blocked off by very, very tall cattails, and actually it's about 4,000 feet to the mud pots. And I wouldn't have been able to do it in the shoes I was wearing. And did I mention it's 110 degrees outside? So this isn't a place people come to go swimming. There's no hunting allowed. You need to get permission to even be here, because it's a wildlife sanctuary and there's not a lot of places for wildlife. But of course, you know me, I'm going to go to the river's edge and I'm going to look for prints. And guess what I found? Scat and prints. You have no idea how bad I wanted to dip my pinky in that water and touch it to my tongue. I really wanted to know, but you know what? I'm afraid to do it, not because of the salt, but because it's very likely toxic. Most of the fish and the birds are like dying in this area because of all the pesticides from the farmers. So this is not a place to go swimming. Now, of course, I'm not saying this is proof that these are big footprints. But what I'm saying is that 5% chance you think that it might be big footprints, I'm saying it's a 5% chance that it's human prints. And here are the tracks that I found. Unfortunately, I didn't get any pictures because my camera stopped working. I almost threw my battery away because I charged my battery, went out there and to take pictures, and my battery was dead. And so I'm like, oh my God, my battery must be dead. And then I started thinking later, wait a minute, isn't that kind of common thing that happens? Your battery dies when you're in Bigfoot country. So I'm going to test my battery later and see if it works or if it was just a situational thing. There are absolutely 100% toes on all these prints, so don't doubt that. What you're going to doubt, I'm sure, is the size of them, because you're going to think that they're not human. But I'm telling you, this is not where people go swimming, okay? Not at all. And the prints are weird. I also found one of the prints with a very large big toe, which is such a common thing that I found when I look for Bigfoot prints, is a really big toe. I guess they call it divergent big toe, but I did find that. So check these prints out. Like I said, the Borrego Sandman, well known in the area. And so the Salton Sea Sandman is not a big stretch. And you can see the toes, clear as bell. Coming up will be my big toe, the print with my big toe. Oh, not my big toe, but the big toe that I found, which is just weird. I was really excited to find these prints. And it's not some like popular swimming hole. It's not a secret swimming hole. It's probably toxic. Oh, if only I could have just tasted the water though, because I wanted to know if it tasted what it tasted like. I should just go get a water sample, but I'm not a scientist, so I don't have the money to go get it tested. So what's the point? I just want to end this video by saying I have a real passion and love for the Salton Sea. And if I sound angry about it, well, yeah, I am, but it's all coming from a place of love and wanting to preserve it and just leave it alone. Let it grow wild. Let the birds enjoy it. We're not the only living thing on the planet. If you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.